Now that shouldn't have happened, but it did. Oh well. Hey, I'm Reverend Robert. It is Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock on the Mountain Time Zone, and that means it's time for the midweek pick me up. Tonight I'm calling this Harmonize. You'll see why in just a minute or two. And I want you to know I'm so grateful you're with me here this evening. The last Wednesday of every month is an opportunity where I get to go play with another organization. You might have heard of them, Humanities Team. And they do a community prayer call every month on the last Wednesday of the month. And I get to pray for an hour straight up. Whatever's in the room, whatever. And it's just kind of like a big stream of requests that keep funneling and flowing in. And I just keep going and going and going. It's a pretty fun experience. And it really puts me in a jazzy mood for Wednesday night pick me ups. So glad you're with us. Good evening, sunshine. So grateful that you are here as well. We've got this thing. We're going to get this thing organized here today. I know you don't want to. There we go. Grateful that you're with us, dear one. All right, let's get started with some prayer. And then I've got a piece of music that is going to start off and really set the tone for what we're here about tonight and what we're going to be about tonight. So if you are safe and you are in a place, just join me in a quick moment of taking that deep, holy breath. Setting aside the hustle and the bustle of the day. Set aside everything it took to be in this moment, to be in this experience, and come to recognize the one. One power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that's moving and breathing and having its being as all of life. My life, the lives of each and every one here on this broadcast. Those watching at another time, from another space or time, whatever it may be, who are still all part of the oneness. And so what I know is there's something revealing itself here this day. The truth of God, the word of God, the word of the one calling each to a greater experience of oneness, to a greater experience of harmony and love and light and beauty, truth and health and wealth and well-being and abundance and prosperity. All of God available in every moment. So I invite each one here to fall into that experience this day, to just slip into that place of being and knowing that together we are one. Deeply, deeply, deeply we are one. And so I am so absolutely grateful to be a part of what's about to happen here, to open this time, to share in this experience, to affirm this experience and release it into the word. And so it is. All right. So again, thank you for being with us here this evening, folks. I'm Reverend Robert. I'm going to share our first piece of music with you here tonight. And this is, these two ladies are just amazing. And they're sisters, and they're known as Rising Appalachia. And this song has so much in it. Just feel the vibration. Listen to the lyrics, and I invite you to feel the vibration of this.
Tell me what makes you weary. Tell me what lights up your eyes. I'll meet you there in the middle. We'll lay down and harmonize. Tell me what makes you peaceful. Tell me what you fantasize. I'm taking notes in the moonlight. We'll lay down Are you awake for you? Awake for you? Awake for you? I'm awake for. I'm awake for you.
Not sure what happened there either. System's been having fun tonight. I trust you just heard that opening. If not, here's where we're at. We have to have a definition of harmony in our lives. So you guys know me. I went and looked some things up. Harmony, out of dictionary.com, a consistent, orderly, or pleasing arrangement of parts. Oh, let's get rid of that. Congruity. In music, it's any simultaneous combination of tones, especially when blended into chords pleasing to the ear, as distinguished from melody and rhythm. Harmony as a human value, referring to compatibility and accord in feelings, actions, relationships, opinions, interests, etc. And this is the one I want us to focus on tonight. It denotes a state of balance among forces influencing and even opposing one another. A state of balance among forces. A state of balance. We're going to talk about balance. We might debate if that actually exists, but it denotes a state of balance among forces influencing and even opposing one another. There's no question that on the planet, and especially here in the United States right now, we are in the midst of a great experience of opposing forces that are coming to an experience or a state of balance. Now, for the longest time, I never believed balance was real. Balance is static. Balance means you're not actually doing anything or moving. There's no, well, and what I know of the universe is forever creating, forever moving, forever propelling itself into the next great expression of itself. So, in this state of balance, if you will, there is always going to be a give and a take, an ebb and a flow. And what I believe, and what those that are hanging out here at the New Thought Media Network believe, is that we're here to help influence that vibration by changing the balance, by shifting that balance, by moving that equilibrium a bit more to the side of positivity and unity, and recognizing our oneness with everyone. And that's why next week on Wednesday, next week on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I'll tell you about what's going to happen next Wednesday a little later in this talk. On Tuesday, we're going to get together and we're going to do a meditation for our election. 4 different times throughout the day, 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. We're going to do a meditation where we shift our collective consciousness, whether it's 2 of us, 10 of us, 20 of us, 100 of us, and we're going to shift our collective consciousness and raise up a vibration of equality and justice and peace throughout this process. And then on Wednesday, we're going to get in the room and we're going to talk about it. But before then, we want to remember that we are right now being called, and the reason I called this talk today is Harmonize, not just the title of the song, but Harmonize. I believe we're in the process of harmonizing peace, of bringing this experience together, whereby enough of us are active. Right? Harmonize is an active verb, not harmony, which is noun actually, but harmonize, which is this active verb. So we're processing, harmonizing peace. That's a pretty big order, I guess, I want to say. So I jumped in to find something here on Ernest Holmes that I thought would help us to frame this just a little bit. And I want to share that with you. He wrote in The Science of Mind, when we are dealing with real life, and remember that capital L denotes divine, the supreme, the one. When we are dealing with real life, with thoughts, impulses, emotions, etc., we're dealing with causation, capital C causation, with original cause. And we should be most careful how we deal with such powers and forces. In dealing with this subtle power of mind and spirit, we are dealing with a fluent force. The cause, first cause, original cause, is always shifting. It's always fluid. And it's a force. It is forever taking form and forever deserting the form which it has taken. Ooh. This force, this causative original cause, is forever taking form as my life, your life, the life of the experiences and processes around us, and then deserting that form which it has taken. Thus, a practitioner of this science should not be confused over any given form. Don't get hung up on the form. But we should know that any form which is not of the original harmony is subject to change. Any form that is not of the original harmony is subject to change. Now, that implies that we cannot change the forms of original harmony. That's good. What we can do, however, is change the forms that are not of original harmony. So what he continues on that is the original harmony, the original spirit is harmony. The original spirit, it is harmony. It is beauty and truth and everything that goes with ultimate reality. And that includes you. And that includes me. And the universe, this oneness in which we live, cannot be divided against itself. Just can't happen. There can be no force or power in opposition to the one. So what we come to know is that you are a divine expression of this oneness. You must be. We each must be. Deeply, we are one. And that is what I believe we are being called to see in these elections. That's what I believe we are being called to see in this breakdown of social structure in many ways that I see in the chaos and confusion around this pandemic, all of whatever it is that I am perceiving out in the world. Well, that's there so I can see that deeply we are one. And beyond all of that, beyond the politics, beyond who wears a mask and who doesn't wear a mask, beyond all of that, we are one. It sounds so simple. And sometimes we have such a tough time expressing that, sharing that, really remembering that. It's easy to fall into the, oh my God, what happened? And oh, didn't you see? And this, and it's so horrible and it's so terrible. And so, no, I want to do it differently. And I believe we can do it differently, and we are doing it differently. And there are many people doing it differently. And so as we move into the next week, I told you, I promised I'd talk about what we're going to do next week. Next week, we're still going to be here because the universe cannot be divided against itself, no matter what happens, no matter what we know about the outcome of the elections. And truth is, we probably won't know all that much. We'll know enough that we don't know. And we'll know enough that for some reason we're going to have to keep politicking. It seems like everybody's going to have to keep campaigning. I don't know. Oh God, I trust not. I trust not. However, let's just say that whatever it is that does happen, we're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Because it's the universe cannot be divided against itself. And that which is not of original harmony will be changed. And that implies that we will change that towards, and in ways that help us see the original harmony, the truth of life, the harmony of life, that we are one human family. And I look forward to seeing you here. I look forward to being a part of this with you, week after week, day after day. Because there's something magnificent that's being birthed here. Something incredible. And I'm really looking forward to being a part of it. So we have to take this into the streets. I was reminded of another, the song we're going to listen to finish up tonight really just fit. And they fit for so many various reasons, but I just pulled out a few of the lines because I wanted to string them together in a little bit different way than the original artist, and you'll see how this fits. If we want to make a change, be the change we seek. If we're going to have this dream, we wake to make it real. If we soothe the war inside to bring some harmony, then we are the point where it all begins. And that's what I want us to remember today. No matter what happens on Tuesday of next week, no matter what happens every day between now and then, no matter what happens next Wednesday until we're together again, no matter what happens the day after that, we are the point where this all begins. By changing our own mind, shifting our own consciousness to say, I want this. This is what I desire. I'm going to focus on what it is we desire and let God take care of the how. So those are the words of the incredible and the amazing Faith Rivera, and I know she does a much, much better job of sharing the message and the meaning behind all of that than I do. So let's give it a listen. Let's check in with Faith, and this is Peace Jam. Enjoy.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Come on. Talking about that peace. That's right. Set your spirit free, y'all.
If we wanna make a change, be the change we seek. If we get this thing called love, turn the other cheek, spin the world right upside down. Maybe then we'll see another way to be. If we're gonna have this dream, wake to make it real. If we're marching for some peace, start at home with me. If we soothe the war inside to bring some harmony, we're the point where it begins. Shanti Ramani, Pache Shalom.
Talking about that peace. That's right. Yeah. Set your spirit free, y'all.
Shanti Ramani, Pache Shalom.
Talking about that peace. That's right.
People say it's Judgment Day, time for us to choose. We can win together now, but separately we'll lose. Given to the doubt and fear, we'll show that heaven's here. With every word we say, with every move we make, with every breath we take. Shanti Ramani, Pache Shalom.
Talking about that peace. That's right. Yeah.
mask your mind with light. Focus on the super you. It suits the world of two. Join our peace, love, and fun till the work of peace is done. 'Cause baby, we are one world. Shanti, Harmony, Panche, Shalom.
Talking about that peace. That's right. Yeah. Set your spirit free.
Shanti, Harmony, Panche, Shalom.
Talking about that peace. That's right. Yeah. Set your spirit free. Talking about that peace. That's right. Yeah. Set your spirit free. Come on, y'all, and be the peace, yeah. And be the love, yeah. Come on, that respect, flame, y'all. Come on, now, and be the light. Be love, you light, you love, you light, yeah.
That mic is not supposed to do that every time we come off of that setting. All right. Well, thank you, Faith Rivera, for your gracious allowing us to use your music. This is the New Thought Media Network, folks, and I want to share one more quick thought as we go into prayer together here this evening, knowing that our word and the power of our word is anchored here. I want to share the words of Dr. Ernest Holmes. We should consciously harmonize ourselves with everything and everyone about us, with people, the weather, God, and spiritual perfection. So join me in that moment of consciousness, knowing that this truth has been spoken, that there is a word loose in the universe right now, that each one that has heard the word, heard the call, heard that unique piece of themselves say, yes, that is mine to do. I know that is happening here and now in this experience throughout the day, throughout the world, across this entire planet. Humanity is awakening to our spiritual magnificence, and in that process, we get to take that into the world. We get to take that into the world and experience it and demonstrate it and live it, and that is how we create a world that works for everyone. So I am grateful to be a part of this, to be present to it, to witness your magnificence in this joyous experience, and most especially to let it be, to let God be God, to do what God does, and that is love. Until next time, in peace and blessings. And so it is. Thank you for being with us, dear ones. Thank you so much for being here. You'll notice in the description of this video, there are more than a couple links to give. We want you to be aware of our brand new and big launch party that's happening on Friday, November 20th, 6 hours of live streaming. I've got a whole lineup of guests that are going to join us, guests from our different program shows, musical guests, including the likes of Lisa Ferrero, Gary Lynn Floyd, Jamie Lula, that's Floyd Lula, folks, the Levines, and many, many more to be announced. So we invite you to come be a part of helping us to launch into the new year. We want to bring this vibration to a greater audience. We want to share this vibration in a more powerful way, with less restriction, with more freedom, and with more people involved. And we do that with the help of you, our listeners and viewers. And right now you can pick up some coffee mugs, sweatshirts, all kinds of cool stuff. If you donate and make a pledge to our campaign. The description's going across your screen there, and again, there's a link in the show notes. That's where it is, in the show notes. Hey, I want to thank you for being with us. I want to invite you to come back and join us again a little bit later tonight, 8:15, for our evening prayers here at the New Thought Media Network. I'm Reverend Robert. Until next time, please know you are love. I love you. You are peace. And together we really are creating a world of peace, love, and empowerment and prosperity for all. Until next time, love and good peace. Blessings. Bye now.